everybody. Welcome to our podcast, Optimal You, the Next Generation in Holistic Healthcare. I'm your host, Dr. Alexis Romero. I'm a chiropractic physician with board certifications in functional medicine and clinical nutrition. You'll be hearing from me along with my husband and business partner, Dr. Thomas Romero. He's specialized in clinical neurology and electrodiagnostics. We'll also be hosting a variety of guests in the fields of medicine, integrative and traditional medicine, getting all different viewpoints on many different conditions and types of treatments. We own a practice in Ponte Vedra Beach called Optimal You Wellness Center. You can find us on socials, Instagram at OY Wellness and Facebook, Optimal You Wellness Center. We welcome questions and comments. We're a family-based practice, so you'll be hearing squeaks and giggles from our little ones throughout our episodes. I encourage you to follow in with your family and your loved ones and learn a new approach to integrating holistic and alternative medicine into your daily life and expanding your knowledge on various topics from the next generation of holistic healthcare providers. Follow in. Here we go.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Optimal You's podcast, the next generation of healthcare. Today we have Austin Glass and Emma Glass with their brand new company, Drift Fitness. Drift Fitness is actually going to be bringing in an electrical muscle stimulation suit, which is going to give us an opportunity to get a very in-depth exercise that you cannot get at the gym today currently. So I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your company and the target populations that you want to help and what you guys are here to do.
Appreciate it. Like you said, my name's Austin, Emma. We started Drift Mobile Fitness about 2 months ago. We sold our place in Houston. We left. We moved out of Texas. We were trying to find a new place to live, somewhere else to call home. We stumbled upon this Ponte Vedra area, and by accident, where our plan was to travel up the East Coast, go through the Carolinas, through Tennessee, head north into Indiana, where she has family. Stumbled upon Ponte Vedra area and fell in love with it. And we're like, "This is."
Were you just driving by when?
We stayed in St. Augustine.
Okay, cool.
Because we heard it was
big
like
tourist destination.
Exactly, great city and everything like that. So it's supposed to be like one of the top small cities in the U.S. In the past couple years or something. We liked it, but we just kind of felt like it wasn't for us. So we were down there for 5 days. One of the days we were like, let's go drive around a little bit. So we drove up north here and we're actually down in like the Nocatee area. And so we found this place with like lots of golf cars, and we've got 2 young kids. So lots of amenities for them, pools, tons of parks, lots of young families. And it was like 53 or 56 degrees or something like that. And Emma was like, "I'm really cold right now."
Sold.
And I said to her, I was like, "Well, if we keep going more north, it's going to get colder." And this was in like March, I think. And so we're like, okay, we're good here. So we drove back down to Key Largo. We had our stuff in Houston, figured out how to get it up here, and then we moved in here a month later. While we were in Key Largo, though, we were working out and being kind of into fitness as we are, we discovered this EMS technology, so electrical muscle stimulation. We started using it, and we immediately felt the benefits of it and kind of saw how it can. We saw people using it that were our age. We saw people that were using it for specific sports-related performance, like based workouts. We saw people that were elderly that were trying to recover and wanted to get back into working out. And so we saw kind of the benefits of it, and we kind of did some research, and we're like, well, there's really not that much that we can see of this technology around here. People still don't know about it because it's still relatively new. So we're like, well, what if we opened up our own service? And we kind of had this idea of being a mobile version of that, so that we are able to have pop-ups and work with different people and locations, or go to their houses or meet them in a neutral location. So we came up here, and we've been using this system. And to your point of who is this for, it's kind of, that's our kind of target audience. It can hit a wide variety of people depending on what you are looking for. So if you are a high-performing sports athlete and you want to improve and get better in your sport, it can help with mind-body awareness. It can help with targeting muscles and awakening them from being dormant, from either never knowing that connection or wanting to have a new connection. It can help with people with injuries or pain, because it's a low-stress workout. We can get into the ins and outs of it later, but it can help with people who are wanting to get back into fitness and don't have a lot of time, because it's a shortened workout as well. It's only 20 minutes for an entire week. And so it's kind of, we saw all these benefits of it, and we saw kind of a large target audience, and we're like, all right, let's start this up. So that's
awesome.
That's a long-winded version to say that we moved from Houston to here.
But no, that was a great explanation. It kind of encompassed your life story and how you guys ended up where you are.
Yeah.
But I wanted to really hyper-focus on when you started talking about how athletics and just the usage for this suit.
Yeah.
When you look at, let's say, a football player, you want to really hyper-focus on a lot of those heavy muscles that are going to be the largest muscles in the body to stimulate and actually activate. And what this suit is going to allow you to do is, let's say that they want to target more squats. They can actually hyper-focus on a squat exercise and then target the electrical activation, the electrical activity, to activate muscles that you're just not going to be able to properly activate in a regular squat without this electrical suit. So you're getting a lot more activation, and you're getting a full muscular contraction when you're using this electrical muscle suit. Another cool thing that he brought in was you get a lot of, for me, myself, when I use electricity in work, we'll use it, for an example, when somebody comes in with a foot drop and we're trying to rehabilitate a neuron to properly have that muscle contract. We hook up the electrodes just to the muscle that's not firing, and we crank the machine until that muscle has no option but to start to fire. And then we use a metronome or something to try to have them elicit that action so that the neuron can try to rehabilitate itself. Now, the electrical stimulation has many facets of function. I want people to realize by watching this podcast that it's for everybody. It's not just for a special population. It's for athletes, like he said. It's for people who have suffered strokes. It's for people who are just trying to rehabilitate abdomen, who are just trying to rehabilitate specific muscles. It's also for people who are just trying to increase longevity, vitality, and just trying to activate as many muscles as they can. I want to talk about how electrical muscle stimulation is going to give you a full workout in 20 minutes. So instead of having to go through a full 45 minutes to an hour to isolate every single muscle and get individual exercises with each individual muscle of the compartment, this suit is going to target all those muscles in a much more broad area and allow you to activate each of those muscles instead of individually having to exercise every little muscle. So it allows you to get a full hour workout within 20 minutes. And again, this suit is going to simply give an electrical shock and resistance to all of these different muscles in your arm that you're just not going to be able to activate or wherever you're focusing in a traditional exercise.
On that point real quick, if I can jump in,
Please.
You say an hour as well. Like I go to the gym as well, so me specifically and Emma as well, we use this as like we're not D1 athletes. We're not trying to make the pro scene yet. We started playing pickleball, and we'll talk later about making the pro scene there, but we'll get into that for you too. But I still go to the gym, but I use this as a supplemental activity to make my life more, to be able to lift more, to be able to be stronger. You talked about an hour at the gym. If I was to go to the gym and try to work out every single muscle group and get the efficiency of that workout that you get with the whole body EMS, an hour I feel like is too short, because if I'm trying to hit everything as well, I got to wait for space too. So I'm looking at like an hour and a half to 2 hours in the gym to try to get the same feeling, the same muscle awareness and activation that I would from 20 minutes as well.
Exactly.
So just to hit on that point of like an hour, it's like, well, okay, that doesn't trade much, but when you look at like whole body, it's like that can take 2.5 hours, 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
And that's what's so exciting about your suit and your company is that you guys have a suit that you can immediately just put right on. It doesn't take 20 to 30 minutes to set up. It can go quickly on the body, and then you can start hitting all those individual muscles and groups that the patient, or the client wants to see being hit. Whoever's training can actually hyper-focus on whatever quadrant they want to train, be it for whatever sport, whatever therapeutic need it is, and they can target it. No longer, the problem with these EMS suits in the past was that it took a long time for them to set up. So now that has been remediated. It's going to be now very simple to put on. Within 3 to 5 minutes, you're ready to go, and then you're ready to do a 15-minute to 20-minute exercise. So within 25 minutes, you've gotten an exercise that you just cannot get without that electrical activity. And that's something I really want to emphasize. When you're using this electrical muscle stimulation suit, you are going to feel the change. You are going to feel the activation of those small muscles that you just cannot activate when you're not having that electrical stimulation. It's going to force every muscular fiber in your body to contract, which we really, really want to maintain that. You really want to activate as many muscles as you can.
Yeah, something to add on that too is you were talking about the workout, the actual fitness side of it, but not only that, you're getting the lymphatic drainage while you're pumping your body with this. You're supporting your circulation. So not only are you working your muscles, but you're also like doing recovery at the same time, right? So you don't have to go back and do extra recovery because you're doing it with the suit on.
And it has different settings too.
Yes.
That actually allows you to go into those repair modes, which is really cool. Now, when he mentioned this being a supplement to your daily exercise regime, that's another really interesting fact. So let's say you're working out 3 to 4 times a week, doing bench press, squat, lifting, going to the gym. This is something that if you really, everyone can add on to their exercise regime that's going to make them feel, again, I know I've said this a couple times already, it's going to make them feel every little muscle that is supposed to be being activated when you do these exercises. You're going to feel a way that you just can't unless you're doing this electrical activity. And it's true 100% motor and sensory activation on these exercises for so many different muscles. So I really want to encourage everybody, if you can find an EMS suit, please go out and just try it, because you're going to feel the pump, you're going to feel the soreness, you're going to feel all the therapeutic benefits that they're trying to preach and show everybody. And everybody should be supplementing this to their daily exercise regime. It's going to increase your muscular hypertrophy in a way that you just cannot unless you have that that electrical activation. It's going to increase your hemoglobin loading, so it's actually going to increase your ability to breathe and maintain oxygen as you go throughout the exercise. But let's go ahead and talk about some more benefits that you guys have seen when you are working with patients or working with clients.
Totally. So I'll speak for myself firstly. I had talking about feeling it and activating the small muscle groups. I know it's not a small muscle group, but I have always had issues activating my glutes. So especially when I'm doing squats or any sort of deadlift or anything like that, my glutes have always been asleep at the wheel, more or less. Using EMS, I can now feel my glutes because, like you said, it fires them up whether or not I want them to, right? So when I turn them up, I feel them, and it's like, okay, now I've got that connection from my mind to where my glutes are, and now I can contract them now if I want to. I also have dealt with years of lower back pain as well, just from office jobs or sitting or poor posture, or a combination of all of that. Through using this, it's able to strengthen my lower back through just doing basic body movement exercises, or even just having the suit on, because it's contracting your muscles for you, right? So my lower back pain is now essentially gone, which it's very, very excited about. I've also noticed my fast twitch muscles. I'm able to react quicker. I feel more stable as well. And it all comes from, like you said, the activation of small muscle groups and the activation of total body, your entire body. In our suit, you wear armbands on your biceps and triceps. You wear a vest, and then you've got straps on your legs to activate all of your leg muscles, and then you've got a glute band as well. So you're hitting up these, few body parts, but it's getting everything activated.
It's a whole body exercise. Yeah. And then, which is interesting, because how I found you guys was that my low back injury that I was trying to repair.
Yeah.
The mind-body connection is so important to talk about, because when people use this suit, it's going to be similar to almost like a Kegel exercise to each individual muscle in your body. And it's going to allow you, whatever you're trying to repair, you're going to feel muscles that you're not feeling before, and then it's going to make your mind aware how to communicate with that muscle. So that when you're repairing an injury spot like I started feeling muscles that were activating that I was not feeling beforehand, that were actually increasing my repair time, meaning they were actually taking away my pain. And I was getting this whole support system built back in my back that I just wasn't able to get at going to the gym. And through even getting a decent workout, I was getting a therapeutic benefit while also maintaining an exercise, and I didn't have to take a step back and immobilize like I typically had to do. It actually really increased my repair time, so that was incredibly exciting.
Yeah.
So again, when you use this machine, whenever you isolate a compartment, you're going to feel these little muscles that you just don't normally feel. And it's going to give you a whole new sense of confidence, a whole new sense of range of motion, and it's going to give you a whole new sense of strength that you just can't have unless these muscles are being activated.
Yeah.
Can I jump in from a women's standpoint too, specifically? Yes. The benefits for women. I have 2 kids, so my lower abs, right? Like they're very hard to target again. How the suit is designed, you feel it from the top of the abs all the way to the bottom. So you actually get that contraction at the bottom, which we forgot how to fire up from having kids. The other thing is women's problem spots. So like the back of the arms, the upper back, the waist, the glutes. Not only is it tightening, but I'm actually losing inches in the spot where my body naturally wants to like get bigger,
Makes
right?
sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Those muscles are growing, the fat's dissipating, the fat is dissolving, and those muscles are replacing it. You're getting a little more definition. You're able to target those spots. That's really cool to think about.
Yeah.
One of the really exciting things about this machine is just the ample amounts of research that are behind it. So if you guys are ever wanting to do more research on it, just feel free on your own term to go to driftfitness.net, and they have an ample source of research that's presented for you guys to dig through and read about, the different kinds of way that they are using this technology. So if anybody were trying to find you guys, how would they do so?
So you can go to our website, which is driftfitness.net, or we are on Instagram as well at driftmobile EMS Fitness. And you'll have all the information there. You can reach out to us, contact us. You can sign up for our newsletter. Like you said, there's resources on there, or you can book a session.
Awesome. So again, I just want to encourage everybody who's found this podcast, go and just try the EMS suit out. I want you guys to actually experience how this can change your workouts. It's going to change your exercises. It's going to change your performance in your sports. And just experience the change that this is bringing, because the future is now, and this technology is finally out there, and everybody needs to get their hands on it, because it's really exciting how this is repairing injury times, how it's enhancing sports performance. I can go on and on, but if you get a chance, please reach out to them, book yourself an appointment to just do an exercise and just feel the change yourself, because it is incredible. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you guys so much for coming.
Thank you. I have one more thing. Because you've tried it, you can speak to it as well. It is, if you're just listening to this or just watching this, it is very difficult to describe the sensation unless you've tried it before. So please reach out to us. We'll be in communication with you. We'd love for you guys to give it a try and kind of feel what you're talking about and the benefits of it as well. So it might sound, space agey or, something crazy like out there, but it is for everyone. At least to give it a try, see if it works for you as well. So.
Exactly. Now I'm really excited to go out there and do my next exercise.
Awesome. Let's get it.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Optimal Use Podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe. Hope to see you guys again shortly. Have a wonderful day.